Hello, my name is Casey, and I'm a network assistant in the Career Enrichment Network in the College of the Liberal Arts. This instructional video explains the eligibility for the Career Enrichment Network's enrichment funding and the process and timeline for applying. The College of the Liberal Arts' enrichment funding provides modest funds to help liberal arts students participate in various activities, such as internships, research, and study abroad. Any student with at least one major in the College of the Liberal Arts at either the University Park campus or through World Campus are eligible to apply. Additionally, students must also be in good academic standing with a minimum GPA of 2.0 and must still be enrolled at Penn State when the experience takes place. Students who graduate before an experience takes place are not eligible to apply for funding for that experience. In order to apply for funding, students must also already be accepted into the program they are requesting enrichment funding for. Students do not need to demonstrate financial need, however, through FAFSA in order to apply for enrichment funding. In order to apply and find additional information about enrichment funding, click on the Funding tab on the Career Enrichment Network's homepage. Students can apply for funding for virtual, remote, and/or in-person enrichment experiences in the fall, spring, or summer semesters. Make sure, however, to check the website for any changes or updates to these policies. In order to be given full consideration for enrichment funding for study abroad or internship experiences, students must apply by the designated priority deadline for the semester in which they are applying for funding. Applications submitted after those deadlines will be considered on a funds available basis, except for the summer semester. Summer applications must be submitted by June 1st in order to be considered for any funding. If you are applying for research funding, however, those applications are reviewed on a rolling basis until funding is no longer available. Once you have determined your eligibility and the deadline for your enrichment opportunity, make sure you are prepared to fill out the application. In order to complete the application, which times out after 6 hours and will not be saved, have an updated resume, an acceptance letter for your experience, which can be in the form of either a PDF or screenshot, and details about your experience, such as the dates, contact information, salary, costs, etc. gathered. Once you are ready to complete your application, click on the Submit Your Application here, Liberal Arts Enrichment Fund's application system at the bottom of the page. In most cases, enrichment funding does not cover the full cost of an enrichment experience. Funding, for example, may be allocated to cover airfare for a study abroad experience, or transportation and/or housing expenses for an internship. If you submit your application by the enrichment funding deadline, your application will be reviewed within 2 to 4 weeks after the deadline has passed, unless additional information or approval is required. Your application is then shared with your academic department based on your major. If they are able to provide additional funding, you will hear from them separately. Once your awards have been allocated and distributed, they will then be made available through your Bursars account. If you have additional questions related to enrichment funding, you can reference the enrichment funding FAQ section on our website. If you have any additional questions about enrichment funding or about opportunities to engage in career-related, international, and professional development activities, please contact the College of the Liberal Arts' Career Enrichment Network at lanetwork@psu.edu or at 814-865-1070.